What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out the new Kizer here. This one is, of course, a fixed blade. It's a bigger box, so we're about to find out what this one's all about. Of course, I'll have this knife and every other knife linked down below so you guys can check out prices, availability, and variants. We are looking at the Begleiter. I don't know. I'm definitely butchering that. It is a fixed blade. It is an ASO design. Of course, the guy who brought you the Drop Bear and the insane Drop Bear Fix 7, which, yeah, we'll definitely compare this guy here to in a moment. D2 blade on this one, black stone wash, and Micarta handle on this one. Had to go wide lens here just to be able to, you know, get the details because this box is so big. Now, let's go ahead and get in here. Of course, they put super glue on these boxes for some reason. Just kidding. They're just nice and snug and tight fit right here. So there we go. We got the koala sticker right there. Check. We got that. Let's take this out here. Of course, that is the knife. We'll get to that in a second. Wiping cloth, the sheath, silica gel, and the Kizer paperwork. So pretty standard stuff. We'll come back to the sheath here in just a moment. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what this one is all about. All right. If you're ready, I'm ready. Ooh, man, okay. So far, so good, making a good first impression. Let's remove the tip protection right there. Again, D2 steel on this one, ASO design. You can go 2x zoom just to get a closer look at the blade there. Yeah, take a look at that flat grind. Of course, we'll give it a nice little wipe here. Got some oils and things like that going on. I want to say, did they put a hollow ground on this? Future me double check, but it sure as heck feels like a nice hollow ground on this one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? So that'll be sweet if it is, and it feels like it. So I just want to confirm to have peace of mind. I don't want to get it wrong. But D2 steel, all blacked out here, which helps with corrosion resistance since D2 is not corrosion proof. The Begleiter, I don't know, fixed blade from ASO. Now we got Micarta on the scales on this one. Full tan construction, of course, makes it nice and robust, very solid fixed blade. We have a little bit of a pointy tip back here with the lanyard solution, if you would. As far as handle materials, from what I understand, they have Micarta, there is G10, and there's even a rich light option called Chocolate Glacier. That's an interesting take, so at least 3 different handle options to choose from. And as far as the blade goes, you can choose from D2, like this one here. There's AEBL steel and a 3V option available as well. So there you go. Now we of course got this finger guard right here, right? Kind of protecting your finger there from going into the edge. Checking out the ergos. Oh man, that feels really good for an EDC fixed blade. We're kind of, the geometry reminds me a little bit of the Vosteed Mink, but this one's a little bit longer. Of course, the hollow ground right here adds a nice touch. And yeah, the ergos are going to be hand melting, of course. I mean, for my average size hands, if you have bigger hands, that might be a case where you maybe get stabbed in the pinky here. With this peaky section, I'm not sure why they made it that way. They could have just rounded everything off here, but you know, that was an interesting call there. Full 4-finger grip with my average size hands, right? All day, every day, feeling really, really comfortable to say the least. Here's another thing. There's jimping back here, which is nice. That helps with the grip. There's obviously a good ton of very nice jimping going on here, so you can put your thumb pretty much anywhere. But you could also do a little pinch grip like this. And there's even jimping right here in the front. So you can also lock in and get maybe more precise tip work done as well. So that is definitely appreciated. Nice little addition right there, which absolutely makes a difference. It definitely absolutely makes a difference. The tang actually comes a little bit higher than the handle itself, both on top and bottom. I do notice that, but either case, I mean, in any event, you don't really notice it or it's not uncomfortable in any way. So that's totally okay. I do like the fact that it is full tank construction. It looks like we have T8 hardware here, right, on both sides. So that should be pretty easy to do any maintenance or any cleaning that you may need to do, right, or anything like that. Should be good to go. Let's get some quick measurements here for you guys. This one's coming in at an overall length of 8 inches, it looks like. We have just under 4 inches on the overall blade length, like 3.8, 3.85, with a cutting path of a little bit over 3.5, like 3.6, 3.65 or so. Then we have a handle of around 4 inches, right? Around 4 inches, 4.05, 4.1. Getting a quick weight on this bad boy here, just to give you a ballpark. right? It feels pretty lightweight by default, and I went yeah, I went 2x zoom, so there's no glare on the screen. I want to say without the sheath, I want to go somewhere in the 2.5 to 3 ounces. All right, let's try that. Look at that, right on the money pretty much. 2.4, right, close enough, or 2.5, and that is 69 grams. So again, really, really good weight there for EDC. Here is the sheath, which we'll come back to in a second, right? Kind of go over it in more detail, but nice, snappy, close right there. And let's see, yeah, close to 5 ounces, but not quite. 4.7, 4.8, 135 grams, right? That's still pretty good for a full fixed blade and a sheath and everything. Got absolutely zero complaints there. And a quick measurement here on the stock thickness on the blade. It's going to be 0.11, so it's a little bit slicerier than the average 0.12 in the channel. And the thickest portion in the handle is 0.47, which is a little bit slimmer than the average 0.5 here in the channel as well. So that's looking good. Now for the sheath experience, we have a drain hole right here and the tip of the where the blade will be, and going in and out, right? It's just a matter of aligning it. Nice little click, satisfying click. No rattles of any kind, so that's nicely executed. Very nice and easy to push with the thumb here, right, to release. So that's good, right? You know it's not going anywhere unless you actually put some force, you're intentional about it, and then you deploy it that way. So Kizer absolutely knows how to make a good sheath experience, especially these Kydex options they do on many of their fixed blades. So that feels good, right? And as far as the clip here, we have the spring-loaded button here. We've seen this one in many models, including the Smolt and a few other ones as well. Other brands also use this spring-loaded model as well. Good news here is you should be able to hopefully turn this guy around 90 degrees if you wanted to, right? So right now it's set for horizontal carry, right? If you're carrying it on your belt, if it's on your backpack strap or what have you, then it's going to be horizontal, right, as compared to vertical. And you can always turn it around if you wanted to. So nice little Phillips head screwdriver, unscrew one side, turn it 90 degrees. You can tighten it up right here. You're good to go. So that definitely offers some flexibility over there as well. But of course, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. Here is the Vosteed Mink, right? For reference, one of my all-time favorite EDC fixed blades. Here's the Kizer Beaver, right? A smaller size EDC Fixie there for comparison as well. Again, links to all these knives in the description and pinned comments if you guys want to check them out. And I do have content on all these knives as well here in the channel. If you guys want to learn more, just put the knife name Miguel EDC on the YouTube search box and you'll find those videos right away. Here is the LynxGear D2. Very nice, affordable fixed blade right there with D2 steel. Here is the Tenable Luccio. Kind of very similar, a little bit more cutting path, a little bit longer handle, as you can see. And on the slightly larger fixed blade category, check out the Polaris model right here from Kizer. This one just recently released. It has a Scandi grind, a bow drill divot right here in the back. Very cool stuff. Check out the upload if you haven't already. And a great value here from OdenWolf. This one's the W Scandi. This one's also pretty affordable on D2 steel, also with a Scandi grind as well. This one's going to be obviously a little bit bigger. But of course, if you haven't seen the Drop Bear Fix 7 here, this thing is insane. Check out the upload on this one because look at the sheer size on this thing. That is insane. Don't insert any jokes there, please. Yeah, needless to say, that is the Titanic of fixed blades there. But again, I know there are bigger fixed blades out there. I'm just kind of saying this is one of the biggest one I feature here in the channel. So that's pretty epic. Again, all these are linked down below if you guys want to learn more. Prices, availability, and variants. But it is about that time now to check out what this thing can do. D2 steel with the hollow grind. Very toothy edge, passes that scientific nail test there. So here we go, 5x zoom for some extra drama. Oh man, look at that. Biting into the paper right away. Just gotta make sure I angle it down enough. Otherwise, obviously it's not gonna cut. Here we go, full slices. Bam, boom. Oh yeah. Yeah, clearly it's going to cut through that paper, guys. Not really proving much. You know, should definitely be able to do that. Got a single wall piece of cardboard right here, cutting at a diagonal angle for better performance. Looks something like this. Oh, yeah. Definitely going through that cardboard like nobody's business. I'm making sure I have some leverage here. There we go. And as you would expect, right, being so slim, right, with a hollow grind, went through that cardboard right there like a champ. You guys rate this thing in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10, right? How sharp is it from the factory? You all let me know. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the, again, I'm really butchering this name at this point. Let me know how the pronunciation works, and I don't know why this thing changed lenses. I didn't tell it to. The Begleiter Fix blade from Kizer. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you all love about it? What do you all like about it? Anything you dislike about it, let me know. Again, this knife and every other knife you saw in this video will be linked in the description and pinned comments in case you guys want to check out prices, availability, and variants. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you and a zero extra cost. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.